and then I joined him 4 months ago. Yeah, so that's a quick introduction about my life. So just bear with me as much as you can. I'm still getting there. I'm trying to fit in that black Galileo. I'm gonna talk with you guys about what is the God's will for our life. So there is so many things in our life that sometimes we don't know what exactly it is, and should we do it or should not? Is that the right way for our lives or no? There is so many things it's happening in our life that sometimes we need guidance. And it says here, I think that's one of the quotes, said, God never intended his will to be a mystery. His desire to reveal what it is, even greater than your desire to find it. So God's usually having some stuff in your life to just, hey, I'm here. Try to come and spend time with me. Try to pray. Try to get closer to me. But the point is, do not go and do the will of God and you are having something in your mind that this is what you need to do. Funny story. That's why I was asking about the life, but yeah. So before the first kid that we have, Gregory, I was kind of like not agree with the name because it's kind of heavy, and I was trying to have like a sweet, easy names. So I was giving some names, and she gives names, and then one of them it was Gregory, and then we got two other names. So we have the. So do you guys? I don't know if you guys know it or no. We have like a paper. So she was like let's have a liturgy. Let's pray, and then we have those 3 papers with the 3 names. We're gonna pray, and then we're gonna pick one paper. What the name is gonna be it. That's gonna be his name. Agreed? Agreed. I want to show you what is your will, what you need, but in frame of the will of God. So you're doing the will of God, but in deep on you that you're having something else. So we have that liturgy, we prayed, and we're having the names, and then we have the 3 names, and then she was like, you were serving in the altar today. That was before the priesthood. So you were serving in the altar, and then you're having a blessing. Please pick the first paper. I picked. It was not Gregory. And then she looked at me. She was like, okay, this is the first try. Let's take another try. So it seems like you need something, and you're looking for something. But your frame is, I'm doing the will of God. Okay, whatever God is going to send me, whatever God is going to give me, this is the will of God. But no, it seems like you need something else. So I was like, okay, what names that you want? She was like, Gregory. I was like, okay. So the will of God is a very, very huge and big. Do not take it on your own perspective well. Do not take your will of God. Okay, I think this is the will of God, but you're doing something else. Do not go to God having something on your mind and you're saying, God, I need your answer. Menta, you're going with a decision. Why do you need God? Go to God openly and have him decide in your life. This is the will of God. It says here, then see then that you walk See then that you walk circumspectly, not as a fools, but as a wise, redeeming the time, because the days are evil. Therefore, do not be unwise, but understand what the will of the Lord is. Try to understand the will of God. Try to have his praying and have his mindset. Of course, you're not going to reach there, but have the will of him, have what's happening and what's going to happen in your life, that's in his hand, but that's happening because of him. What happened with, if you guys remember Moses in the Old Testament, the Israelites were standing in front of the Red Sea. like I can imagine myself, I'm one of the Israelites came out from Egypt, and I'm standing in front of the Red Sea. What's going to happen? Yeah, okay, now we're done. The Pharaohs and his armies behind us, and we're done. Is that a private jet is going to come take us? What's going to happen? It doesn't make sense. But the will of God is above that. Above that. We will see this in the next. So I will give you guys 3 very quick notes. 3 points that we're going to talk about. We don't ask. This is the first point, because we're doing it wrong. We're taking it with the wrong way. I would take it this way. We're taking it wrong way, which is we don't ask. If you're having something that happened in your life and you didn't try to not take a decision before God. See God's will. See God's decision. See what He is looking, the perfect thing to your life is. Because that's happening because we don't ask. It says firmly in James chapter 4, verse 2, yet you do not have because you do not ask. It says, obviously, you do not have it. You're not asking. You're not having that relationship to see my will. I have so many things for you, but what are you doing? Are you really getting close? You're trying to know my will, or you're trying to follow what you looking for, what you need in your life. So the first point is we don't ask, and that's obviously we need to ask. The second point, we hear what we want to hear. This is a very, very common thing. So if you really need to know your personality, do not go to your friends or close people to you. Why? What are you going to say? They're going to tells you what you need to hear, technically. You are beautiful. You are good. You're doing great. You're amazing. Why? We're close. We're having a good relationship. But try to see the other people, like the other side. You don't know them. They're going to give you what you need to hear firmly with no excuses or without no any relationship, because you don't know them. So that's why they give you the what you don't like to hear. But unfortunately, this is your personality. Let's see what the Bible says here. For the time will come when they will not endure sound the doctrine, but according to their own desires, because they have itching ears, they will heap up for themselves teachers, and they will turn their ears away from the truth and be turned aside to fables. 2 Timothy chapter 4 from 3 to 4. So this is what exactly is the Bible is trying to. You need to hear what you want to hear, but the others you put it aside. Oh, it's okay. But they are telling you this and this and this. Be careful with your personality. They're telling you do not move to this area because no. I got it. Other people, the close friends, they told me we need to do it. I need to do this. I'm gonna do this. Why? Because I've heard it from the closest people. But the truth is truth, and you need to hear it and take an action for it. Do not go around to your comfort zone and your area that you like to hear, and you like to be there to hear what you love to hear. So the first point, we don't ask, and we need to ask. The second point, we hear what we want to hear. The third one, we're really too much on logic. This is what I was talking about Moses and the Red Sea. And this is for real. That's what God. So we're trying to take God in our level, like in our thinking level. That's God, He's going to do this because I'm thinking of this and this and this. But God is above the logic, is above what you think. His action and what He's doing, and we have been seeing this in the Old Testament, New Testament, everywhere. Can you imagine that God created the eye for the blind man? The blind, I think you guys all know that the blind man, he doesn't have a ball. So the ball was not exist actually. So God created, and the way that God created the eyes was trying to let them know that I'm God who created Adam on the same way. I'm the one who's right now making the clay and put it in his eyes and doing the same thing. I'm trying to remind you with the same God that created the heaven and earth and everything. I'm trying to show you that no one in the Old Testament, New Testament, anywhere, create an eye for someone. No one did it. That's what God, His thinking and His logic is above you. But we're trying to go in the same level. We're trying to take an action based on what we're thinking of, what we need, and that's what I'm thinking of that's gonna happen because of this and this and that, such and such. But on reality, God is above this. And we need to follow and try to take His guidance in our life to see the joy in your life. Sometimes we need things and we need the decisions right away. Like when I usually talk to this to my wife. Do not expect God, He's like your dad. Whenever you ask for, you're going to take. Whatever you ask for, you're going to get. Do not do this. Do not have a relationship with like based on, I'm asking for something, you gave it to me. Try to ask for something futurely. Try to take His guidance in your life. Try to have a relationship. All you're asking is, or all your relationship between you and Him, it's just asking. Do you have a really relationship between you and Him? Do you have something between you and Him? Or you just having like someone having a bunch of lists that you're giving to Him, and He's not. Have a relationship to see the will of Him, and you see the love and the joy in your life. Let's see the Bible. What does it say here? For my thoughts are not your thoughts, nor are your ways my ways, say the Lord. For as the heavens are higher than the earth, so are my ways higher than your ways, and my thoughts than your thoughts. It's very, very obviously and very clear that God is trying to have you as a really close to Him and have you to see the heaven. Do not look down here, look there. Do not look in the earthly stuff. Do not look in the, I get a job. Like, I remember when I started my life here in USA, I was like, okay, all what I need is just a house and a car, and I'm all good. Once I got the car, I need a brand new car, and then I need to upgrade my house. Done, I need to marry, and then we get something. And then, you see, your expectation is going higher and higher and higher. And God is with you, is giving you. Okay, I'm giving you what you're looking for. Then, okay, where's mine then? Where is your time? Where is your money? Where is your life? Where is your, so many things. Do you give it to me back? Or are you just taking? You're just asking, and that's what you need to do. And that's the will of you, not the will of Him. He's giving you because of your heart. Okay, you need the phone? Okay, خد التليفون. Okay, where's my time? Where is my time? I need you then. Okay, I'm giving you what you're looking for. Where is my time? Where do I need to, where I am in your life. It's just like something that you're having Elon Musk in your life, just giving you what you're looking for, and that's it. No. Try to have God as He's having a full life for you from the beginning to the end, and He's trying to establish it with a very, very joy and love and peace and wisdom. He's trying to give you so many things that no one has. Like when Solomon in the Old Testament, what did he ask for? He asked for something before once he started his life as a king. What did he ask God for? Wisdom. What did God did? He gave it to him. You're looking, oh wow, Solomon, you're not looking like your dad. You're looking for something heavenly. You're trying to have like wisdom in your life and the guidance in your life as a king. You know what? I'm gonna give you wisdom. I'm going to give you wisdom. I'm going to give you everything what you're looking for. That's what I need you to do. Do not look for money. Do not look for cars. Those things going to come and go. Those things are not going to stay with you. The only thing is what you're collecting. There was a story. There was a king asked their servants. There was 3 servants. He came one day and he was like, please, each one of you go in the garden, and each one of you have a basket. Grab any fruits and collect the fruits and put it in a basket and bring it to me. The first one, he was like, oh, this is the king. I'm going to bring him a perfect fruits and perfect vegetables because it's going to the king. The second one, he was like, it's okay. I'm gonna like mix them up. Whatever is gonna come in front of me, I will do it. He was like, this king, I don't like him. This king, he enslaved me, and I don't like his way. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna grab for him bad things. He passed 1, 2, 3, 4 days. The king didn't ask for anything, and then they were like, he came. One of the other servants. He was like, your servants bring the stuff that you're looking for. He was like, yes. Take those 3 servants and put each one in a separate room. And each one goes with the basket. And he closed the door on them. And he told them, you're going to spend your time with this basket and you're going to eat of it. Whatever you collect is your fruit and you're going to eat. This is the kingdom of heaven. Is looking to have, we're here to collect. What did you collect? What you didn't start it and you're trying to collect. What you established and you're trying to make it perfectly. Here we are collecting. Up there we're going to enjoy what we collect. This is the same thing that happened to the servants. Each one of them, they took what exactly they collect on earth. This is our life, and this is here we are collecting the things, the precious and the perfect things, not the earthly, the heavenly, what the God is trying to give. You trying to follow him and try to see what he exactly needs from you. What he wants you to do, what you need to establish in your life. Even you didn't start something, try to do it. There was another story. I'm sorry, I'm kind of bored of stories, but I love stories. There was a last story. There was one of the monks. He's in Egypt, and then he went to Canada. One of the schools offered him to study something for 2 years, and then after the 2 years, they will take the degree for it. And he was like, he took the permission and he went to the university. And the problem is for him, he was dormed. And for a monk to be dormed is not suitable for him because they have a young youth. And it was not because he's having prayers and so many things. Anyway, he went to the admission. He was like, there is no way I can dorm. You need to find me something. And he was like, okay, there are some families, they usually go to the university. And they were like, if anyone doesn't have a place to stay or anything, we can offer him nights or 2 based on their life and their availability. And then they came to him and he was like, okay, we find a place, you're going to stay a night. He was like, sure, please give me the address. He went there, and once he entered the house, of course, the tradition way that he was wearing, and as a monk, he's having the console on his head, the cross, the black galabia. So there was a old lady. She was sitting with 2 kids. One of the kids, the older is the girl, and the younger is a boy. The boy is having one of the eyes he cannot see with it. It's white. It doesn't have the actual eye. I mean, it's all white. He just have one eye. And then he was like sitting with them. They were like keep asking so many questions, like, oh, what is this wearing? What is that cross? What is this for? It seems like they doesn't know anything about God. He just know God, but he doesn't know anything about the religious. And they were like, okay, they went down, deep in the talk, and then they were like, okay, the boy, he was like, if I asked God for something, he will give it to me? And he was like, the priest, of course, yes. If you ask from your heart, you will get it. He was like, okay, how long does it take me for if I ask for something, God will give it to me? That's a real story, by the way. So he was like, if you ask for something from your heart, God will give it to you in the right time. He was like, okay, like how long? Man, I need. That's the dealing with. But I want to show you how pure they are, how their hearts are amazing. So he was like, Habibi, if you are praying with deep on your heart, from your heart, God will give you what you're looking for. He was like, okay, as you can see, and I have one eye. The other eye is not available. If I pray to God for this, he will give it to me. He was like, yes, he will give it to you. There is no way, like, to tell him, oh, it's depend on, he's a kid. So it's difficult. He was like, yes, he will give it to you. So the old lady, she was like, please, you are here for staying. Stay, go sleep, or do whatever you want. Do not interrupt the kids, because do not tell them something is not true. He was like, no, it is true. if you do not, you are believing on God. You believe that He can do so many things in the life. What you're talking about? She was like, if you talk more to the kids, I will call the police. He was like, okay, I'm leaving. And then he went to the room. And then the boy, he followed him. He was like, I'm going to pray heart, from my heart all night. Does God will give me what I'm looking for? He's like, Habibi, if you prayed from your heart, God will give you what you're looking for. And then the guy, he was like in the next room to him. So he was hearing the boy praying like crazy. He was crying to the point all night. Abuna couldn't sleep, couldn't do anything because the boy is crying, and he was praying to have the eye back. Next day, the morning, they knock on the door and they jumped on the bed. Abuna, wake up, my eye is back. That's a real story. It shows you how beautiful is their heart. The boy went all over around. The neighbors went the next time to school to show their friends that he's having back his eyes. How beautiful is your prayers? How beautiful is your getting close to God? As much as you're getting close, as much as you see, He will give you what you're looking for. You're looking for wisdom, He will give you. You're looking for what? What are you looking for? You're looking for I will give you. From your heart, you're praying, you have it no doubt in your life that God's having everything in His hand and He can do anything, you will get it. The only thing is we need to get closer to Him. So it was a really nice seeing you and sitting with you. And thank you for having the patience to hear me. I'm sorry for talking too much. I usually don't like to talk too much. But it's really, I have the blessing of you come to the church today. And please pray for me as much as you can. God bless you. Does anyone have any question? Thank you. God bless you all. God bless you.